son. That's you.
No. This ain't Raymond.
Look at that. All three streaming services worked for once. I think that I'm batting 250.
Go place a bet somewhere.
Yeah. Well, hey, I live in Vegas. It's easy to do. What's up, guys?
Especially back from Vegas now.
You're watching RPadTV. I am Raymond, and today is all about Happy Gilmore 2. And talking about this direct-to-Netflix movie with me is, on the upper left, Mac Marshall. What is up, Mac?
Hi.
It's like, were you waving Chubbs' hand?
Chubbs wave.
And on the upper right is the wonderful Ray Carcillo. What is going on, Ray?
Not much, Raymond. How you doing? I just got off the back nine and ready to see if I'm under par. Let's go.
What is a back nine? I can't do a Puerto Rican accent, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Before we talk about Happy Gilmore 2, I wanted to see what you guys thought of the first movie. For so many people in our age range, this was a massive deal. Like those early Adam Sandler movies were just big influences. So Mac, take this one first.
So ironically, when I was at Evo this weekend, it was one of the first times I got to hang out with one of our new team members who's a little bit on the younger side. She's 23. And she was like, so I watched the first Happy Gilmore for the first time the other day. Like everybody in the room like just froze. Like it was almost like she just broke every rule of the internet.
So that it's 96, right? So that's before she was even alive.
Sure. But she's like, oh, and I liked it, but I felt like I had to watch it before I watched the second one. See, she hadn't seen the second one yet.
Right.
So but the first one absolutely shaped everybody. That was like the heyday of Adam Sandler. That was like, I think, his second real big blockbuster kind of on-screen thing on the heels of Billy Madison, which, again, our generation absolutely loved Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore was a fantastic follow-up. I can't tell you how many people probably tried taking a fastball to the chest after seeing the first one, but I know some people that might have.
How about you, Ray? I mean, what did you think of Happy Gilmore 2? Was it a big deal for you?
I mean, yeah, the original, I mean, like Max said, it was formative for a lot of our comedy and senses of humor and whatnot, right? Like really that almost like a trilogy of Sandler movies where it's like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and then later The Water Boy. Like you just basically like that's comedy in the 90s, right? Like so I feel like, yeah, this was a big deal that this for this sequel. And I mean, I think with a lot of sequels, especially for a franchise that for something that hasn't done anything and they haven't touched the IP in 30 years.
It's like a Dumb and Dumber remake. Remember?
Yeah.
Right?
Like you're not really expecting a whole lot out of this. You're hopeful. You're cautiously optimistic, of course, but because at least Sandler's still involved and whatnot, but you're yeah, I went in with optimism, but yeah, cautiously optimistic was the way to put it, I think, for going into this sequel.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, Mac, was it 2 weeks ago when this came out, or a week and a half ago?
Something 2 weeks now.
So you texted me right after you saw it that you didn't really enjoy it. So I was a bit surprised about.
I was too. I went in same thing, like cautiously optimistic, and I think like it had the things that you wanted to see, maybe in not the right exact way, but like it had, the wife returned, it had the skinny, caddy return, like it had all the little things that you wanted to see, but it had too much other things that just
okay.
It had too much like of Adam Sandler just forcing his family to be cast in the movie. It's like and really, really working like an unbelievable story around that versus just coming up with like a story that didn't require his daughter to like ballet.
Right. Right. So my background is a little bit different than your guys' relationship with the movie. For both Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, at first I didn't like it. I'm like, this is silly and stupid.
How dare you?
But then years later, I'm like, this is silly and stupid, but also kind of genius. Like
that's like the very first time I saw Super Troopers. I absolutely would have turned Super Troopers off and left the room And then like years later, I rewatched it again. I was like, how did I not like this?
But it's funny because I said the same thing. Speaking of comedy, right? About Mark Maron's recent special on HBO,
I thought that, yeah.
where he says a lot of the things I think now. So in the 90s, the way that Sandler acted in his movies, he's like, sometimes that's how I wish I could act right now. But you know, societal norms hold me back. So he tapped into something that I thought was really unique, and I didn't get it right away, but then I came to love it shortly after the original releases. So and that's on me because I missed what he was doing and trying to do. In terms of narrative, Ray, what did you think of Happy Gilmore 2's story?
Well, I mean, I think, and this is kind of like, the movie was fine. It was fine. I think that I had some laugh out loud moments, but I think that the problem is, and I think Mac mentioned it, is that like this movie could have done with about half as many cameos and half as many Sandler family members. And if they had focused more of that on the actual plot, I think this could have been not as maybe as good as the first one, but at least you could have said it in the same breath. But this was
on par with the first one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
teed that one up for you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta give you a Mark Normand, comedian.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I mean, that's the thing is like, I feel like there was just so many in lieu of continuing the story, in lieu of developing any characters. Here's John Lovitz. Here's Rob Schneider. Here's my three daughters. Here's everybody I've ever met in my entire. Here's Travis Kelce. Like, it's just like
that annoyed me. Travis Kelce did not fit in this movie
at all.
Even as a cameo.
Yeah, I just like him for other reasons. So of pure jealousy, but never mind. Mac, what did you think of this story in Happy Gilmore 2?
I thought it sucked. I thought I was let down by it. I thought like they could again. I don't think to make a sequel to Happy Gilmore, they really would have had to stretch their imaginations too far to come with a cohesive thought. It just felt like Adam Sandler wanted to make a movie that starred his daughter somehow, and this is the method that got us across that finish line.
For me, I was surprised of how dark it got, like really quickly.
That was the best. Like, I had kind of just walked out of the room to go get like a refill of water or something, and like I heard my wife and kids start cracking up, and like I missed it like the first time, and they're like, I'm like, they kill her, and they're like, yeah, she's dead now. I was like, that's
that's so in
fucking best. Like,
so within the first 10 minutes of the movie, he kills his wife and becomes an alcoholic. Wow. Yeah. This took a dark turn that I wasn't expecting. So
it was good. I thought that was powerful.
I enjoyed that part of it, including the whole Boston background. Even though I'm a New Yorker and I look down on Boston because it's a cute little hamlet compared to Manhattan. But
it's funny. That's fair. Yeah.
I want to talk about missing elements from 1 to 2. The thing that I thought was missing was a Chubbs-like character that gave the movie more heart. And I don't think this really had that.
We didn't get that with Chubbs' son.
No, we didn't. No. And I was surprised.
Felt very forced as well.
I thought that would just be more than just a quick visit. I thought he would, become a more important character. And I thought that was missing, and it gave the movie. Yeah,
and they could have cast like a variety of, I would just say, more notable, more energetic, like just more funny, upbeat African-American actors to play that role.
Right. Like, who would you pick?
I don't know, but not that dude. That guy wasn't funny.
Like, who could he get like a Michael B. Jordan? I don't know. Is that too expensive?
I think he could have. It's Adam Sandler. Everybody again. I think people would have chomped at the bit to be in a Happy Gilmore 2, right? Yeah, with Adam Sandler 20 years later. I think that was a notable achievement for anybody.
Right. I mean, in terms of things missing, was there anything missing for you? Because I thought that sense of heart in the first one, I didn't get that sense in the sequel.
Yeah, I didn't really get the care about what happens to Happy like you did in the first movie, right? Like. Like, and I don't know if that was a lack of like a proper villain character, I just don't. But like, I just didn't end up caring about like what happened with him and his family. Like, if he didn't get the thing for his daughter, I would have been just fine too, you know. But I think that was kind of like my biggest like disappointment. Was like, I now, after having done the podcast with you guys for a little while now, I now rate all my movies based on have I gone back to watch it a second time? Would I go, if I went to a theater, would I go see it in the theater again? That to me is great movies. Yeah. Good movies. Have I watched it again since? And no, I haven't. I watched it the one time and I haven't been like, oh man, I got to go watch that 2 or 3 more times to get all of it, you know? Whether that's for another round of laughs or because I feel like I missed something, but like I haven't even bothered to go back to it and watch it again yet.
That's interesting. Like I haven't watched the whole thing again, but there are a few scenes that I've watched over and over again.
Oh yeah. And to be fair, the comparison I'm making is like, I'm pretty sure I could LARP out the entire first movie from opening credits to end, and having seen it as many times as I've seen it, you know?
Yeah. There's not a lot of depth there. So I agree with that. There was actually one batch of scenes from one particular actor that I watched repeatedly to see if I was missing something. And I'm like, no, they just were not good.
Rob Schneider.
We will discuss this person very shortly.
Okay.
But it was not Rob Schneider. I'm embarrassed that he's part Filipino and he's insane. So I get that they're longtime friends, but
yeah, he just seems like that seemed like a bad PR move to me.
Yeah. How about you, Ray? What was missing from 2 that you loved about the original?
No, I think you guys kind of hit the nails on the head, right? There's no heart. There's nothing to care about here, right? Like, I don't really care if Happy saves golf. Like, whatever. Like, I mean, golf. Like,
yeah, it's like a whole message that was played on the whole like live golf thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got that they were making fun of, but I just still didn't. I just never cared, right? Like, I mean, I think again that too. I think you talked about no villain. You have these 5 maxi golfers who kind of come out of nowhere. Right. I think that if you had developed them a bit more, it would have been, you could have had them throughout the whole film, like taunting
the main
him.
Bad guy that they came up with, the head of the other like Max Golf thing, like
Benny Safdie. Yeah,
he was not believable nor funny nor like, it's just more like gross and annoying.
Yeah, I think he's more of a behind the camera talent. I mean, he Uncut Gems, I think, is a phenomenal movie. And he's responsible. Him and his brother are responsible for that.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked to see that he was the villain. Because, like, to your point, Raymond, I know him more as a behind the scenes guy.
Right. And then like, oh, you're acting now. It kind of reminds me of when Tarantino would put himself in his own movies and like, dude,
those are the best scenes.
No, they're not. They're really not. Well, yeah, I'm like, dude, I love your directing, but stop casting yourself.
It's like Todd Phillips and what's the one? Old School.
Oh yeah.
I'm here for the gangbang scene.
Yes. Now, Ray, does Happy Gilmore 2 stand on its own as a movie, or do you think it's just a pure nostalgia grab?
100% nostalgia cash grab. This is not you to the 23-year-old intern's defense of Mac. Like, she was right. You have to watch the first one, I think, to have any sense of what's going on for the second.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing here.
Scenes in Happy Gilmore 2 that are just throwbacks of the first movie is like 50 to 60% of the movie is just all like throwbacks. So it's like you wouldn't know what to do if you didn't have it.
Yeah, 100%. This is absolutely just a nostalgia grab for people of a certain age. And this movie, you can't just watch this movie on its own. In fact, you'd be better off just watching the first Happy Gilmore twice. That's what you should do.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like our contemporary era of direct to video, right? Like it wouldn't have been in a theater.
Yep. Right. And that's kind of why my expectations are low for Sandler's direct to Netflix movies. Which is fine. I like he can have his theatrical things where he does act like Uncut Gems.
Yeah, apparently he's like a really good actor when he's not being a goofy.
Oh wow, Punch Drunk Love, he was fantastic.
Yep.
He's supposed to be really good in this upcoming Clooney movie. Where
There was a whole thing like I read the other day in the news where Clooney was telling people don't refer to Adam as like the goofy comedian guy. He's like a straight up legit actor. Like, and he'll deliver.
Yeah.
But my theory on that has always been that those roles are harder for him, and he makes more money doing goofy shit with his friends. So
sure,
why not?
Like Ed O'Neill doing any other role that's not Al Bundy, you know?
Yeah.
But he is also a shockingly talented actor, but you always think of him as just Al Bundy. But yeah, Sandler turned me a long time ago with Punch Drunk Love, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know you had that.
There was one or two other movies that he was like very serious, like content.
Uncut Gems, I highly recommend. I thought that was fantastic. But yeah, I'd be curious to see what a person like your coworker, if she only watched the second one, would she be like, what the hell was that?
Like what just happened right now?
Yeah. Like you said, Mac, there's so many callbacks, and
they're
wonderful. If you like, I thought Bob Barker in the video game was fantastic. And a nice nod, things like that. But then some of the other ones,
giant tall dude and having his son be like, that was
Mr. Larson. Yes.
That was a badass in Beer Fest when they kill the one dude and have his twin brother show up in the next scene.
Yeah. But I liked, it's that NBA guy, Bojan. He's like this goofy freak. He's like who was the butler in the Addams Family? He's like
Lurch.
Yeah, so he was like Lurch come to life. And the guy that played Mr. Larson in the beginning, he died at
he was
10 years ago.
Yeah, that was Richard Kiel, who of course probably best known as Jaws. Yeah, Jaws from the James Bond films. Yeah.
But
I worked on the James Bond games and met him IRL way back when.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's very, very cool. Now let's talk about some of the actors. Mac, out of the leads, who was your favorite returning character? You're having a hard time thinking about nobody
debating. Like, I think they showed the alligator. No, I liked the fact that it's kind of a toss up between the wife being brought back and then being killed immediately, or Shooter and Christopher McDonough coming back and in the way that he was kind of reintegrated into the film, I thought was neat and different and unexpected.
Ray?
Yeah, no.
Shooter.
It's all Shooter, baby. Yeah, no, for sure. I think Shooter, I liked his redemption arc. I felt it was good, like where he kind of actually took on a little bit of that mentor role for the golfers, and of course has to fill in there at the end. No, I thought Shooter, I thought that was great, and how he turned on that his love of golf, him and Happy's love of golf is what ends up bringing them together finally.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good arc for him, and I think again I would have loved more time with him. Instead of all of these cameos. But yeah, for me it's Shooter, easy.
I agree. Totally down for Christopher McDonald as Shooter, and
if
it wasn't only his love of golf, but also the respect he had for Virginia too. So that played a part of it.
Yeah,
so,
I think if they would have focused more on like making it a Shooter redemption story, like that was the goal of the movie, then there would have been more of that, less of the kind of cameo abundance, and less of the other forced narrative that would have made more sense.
That would have been cool. Almost like how Cobra Kai tells Johnny's story. Like
exactly.
Happy Gilmore about Shooter. That would have been
Daniel
cool.
was kind of a dick if you look at it through the other ones.
Yes. And one thing I didn't notice, and I don't know if you guys did, like for the early Sandler movies, all the love interests were double V's. So you had Virginia Venet, Vicky Valancourt from The Waterboy, and what was the teacher's name? And Billy Madison, something Vaughn.
Oh, Miss Vaughn.
Veronica Vaughn. So they were all VV. I didn't notice that until like 2 weeks ago, and I feel like a moron for
I just noticed your hat, by the way. That was what my random laugh out loud was.
Oh, yes. Love me some Norm Macdonald. He is my second favorite stand-up of all time. And
Norm Macdonald was?
Yes. For me, it's Carlin, then Norm.
No, I was going to say
That's
I'm
not
honored
very
to be on the top of that list there, Raymond. I really appreciate it.
That's why the episode was a secret, but now we had to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I like your stand-up better than Theo Vaughn's. I'll tell you that much for now. I think you're here. Like, oh man. So, how about for the minor characters? And there were a lot. Yeah. Some of whom I'm like, whoa, that guy's still alive. So, Ray, was there anybody that made you crack up as a returning minor character?
Yes, Robert Smeagol as the attorney, who originally was the accountant or the banker in the first film, right? Who basically tells them that they're gonna take Grandma's house and gets thrown through the front door.
Right.
I think him coming back as the attorney. I mean, and it was a clearly telegraphed joke about like. He's like, I got tired of people hating me, and then MJF is like, you became a lawyer to get people to stop hating you, you know?
Yeah, you knew it was coming, but you were also happy to see it when it arrived.
Yes, 100%. And then even that where he's basically, it's almost like everybody's got problems in that house, so he's just setting up shop, and he's like, after he's done with Happy, he's like, okay, next, and then Shooter comes over with all his issues. It was a little scene, but I enjoyed that, so I was happy to see Robert Smike again. Probably best known for all his stuff behind the scenes at Saturday Night Live and Triumph to come inside Comic Dog.
For sure.
So it's always nice to see him in front of the camera as properly. So
yeah, no, I love that. How about you, Mac? Favorite returning minor character?
Man, that's a tough one. I liked all the brothers. Like I like the sons.
Well, those are new guys. So
yeah. I thought they were funny, and I believe, and I haven't done the research, but I believe one of the sons is actually one of the it's a grown up now, but it's one of the kids that was in Billy Madison. I believe it's one of the O'Doyle boys. That's like
you're right. No, that
now.
Totally is one of the. Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize that till you mentioned it.
Yeah, I saw it. And I was like, that's got to be the same dude, just a grown up now, and I'm pretty sure it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that family, by the way. It almost
O'Doyle rules.
No, I mean the family in Happy Gilmore too. It almost reminded me of a less funny version of the family and Me, Myself, and Irene, who I thought his sons were hilarious.
That is like one of the best family dynamics in a movie that will never get matched.
Yeah. That's a tough one to top. So let us take some promo breaks. Guys, if you want to support RPadTV, there are lots of ways you can help. And if you look in the Facebook and YouTube descriptions, you can get a Proton VPN sub. You can buy some Amazon gear. We got some really cool shirts. This one is Mac's favorite, and he's getting one soon.
I was going to say, I'm still not wearing it, though. Did you send me a purple one?
No. Did you want a purple one? I sent another
purple
color.
Is the color of the official Turtle Beach color. And then I see the orange one too, which is also my favorite color. So we got these. And again, because Paul thought that the Olivia was Olivia Munn, it is not Olivia Munn. This is a tribute to Filipino Americans, of which Olivia Rodrigo is one. So that is the meaning behind that shirt. So it's a Joe Coy, Olivia, Haley Seinfeld, and RPadTV. So yeah, you can pick these up on Amazon. Just search for RPadTV. We got all kinds of shirts, phone cases. I have a black Turtle Beach beanie that's coming your way, Ray.
Oh, excellent. It will go right next to OJ's Lucky Stabbing.
And its rightful place.
Yes. So yeah, I forgot to flash the screen of Shooter at Shooter and Happy at Virginia Vennett's grave. I like Christopher McDonald. I think he was Sandler's best villain ever, I thought.
Oh yeah.
So
I also appreciate that Grandma, Bob Barker, and Virginia are all buried basically right next to each other.
Yeah.
Logic. totally
makes for good storytelling.
So Ray, can you give us an update on your stand-up? What is going on?
Yeah, August is kind of just taking a little bit of a break now. The rest of the way, I was at the Ice House last week, which is great. Of course, love doing the Ice House. I'll be doing sometime in September. I'll be back at Fourth Wall Comedy Cafe, and I hope to be back at the Ice House there too when I get those dates locked down. Yeah, check out my Instagram for all the ticket links and for the specifics. When I get those locked down. But yeah, we're looking to September now, which is August is it's just a crazy month. A lot of stuff going on in life and gaming and all that other fun stuff. And so I'm taking a little bit of a break next couple of weeks and coming back strong for the fall.
Excited to hear more. So yeah, as Ray said, you can follow him. He's Ray Carcillo on every social media platform except for Truth Social.
Not there. I'm not there, period. I'm not there.
Note to self, make Ray Carcillo account on Truth Social.
New project.
But there are direct links to Ray's Instagram and the Facebook and YouTube descriptions. Mac, is there anything at Turtle Beach? Talk about what you were promoting at Evo last week.
It's been a busy past couple weeks. So, I mean, it was at Evo, and we were pushing everything from our fight pads. But we also revealed the new controller, which is kind of like an updated version of the Pro BFG, which is our modular controller. We've added like Hall effects, thumbsticks, and triggers, and reoriented like the fight pad so it's easier for your fingers to get to when you're playing fighting games. And then just the other day, like we've now announced like 3 more racing products, so 2 racing sim products, and then more like of a casual like lap wheel that you can kind of just sit on your lap and play like driving games wirelessly on Xbox. So those are coming in September, and then some more Nintendo Switch 2 controllers and headsets and things like that. It's been busy.
Very excellent. Looking forward to learning more about those. You guys want to check those products out, go to turtlebeach.com. There is also a direct link in the Facebook and YouTube descriptions of this video. Now back to us.
Now more of this.
I want to talk about the new characters introduced in Happy Gilmore 2, and there are possibly too many. So, did anyone stand out for you as someone you enjoyed, Ray?
Esteban, played by Marcelo Hernandez, the cousin of Oscar, the caddy, the new caddy in this.
I thought that's Domingo.
Yes, he has also Domingo in Saturday Night Live. He's one of my favorite new young comics. He's hysterical on Saturday Night Live. He didn't have a whole lot of time. I wanted more of him in. Yeah,
he didn't have a lot to work with either, too. But he made all of his time on screen like memorable.
Absolutely. He feasted on the little that he had, and he was phenomenal. And I also want to shout out how funny was John Daly playing himself. So good as Uncle John. Don't forget to feed John Daly 3 times a day, right? Like I thought, those two guys stole the show. Whenever they were on camera, I was happy.
Yeah, the thing with Marcelo is I like him most of the time on SNL. There are some times where I think he thinks volume is funny and not necessarily funny is funny. So I'm like, dude, just. But most of the time, I like him. I've watched a bunch of his stand-up clips online. I think he's super talented. Yeah. Mac, how about you? Who did you like for the new guy? You mentioned the family, his sons.
I liked all the sons. I like the intent. Like, I can't pick a certain one of them independently, but like I like the group energy that they brought to the table in every scene.
Yeah, it was very wholesome. They were like ne'er-do-wells, but they were kind. But they also like.
But would kick your ass if you
fight. Yeah. And they also like, doing dick things at work. So like,
who does
an object? I liked. What is his real name? Not when he's not Benito, Bad Bunny. But I thought he was funny as the caddy, and
him too. I think he needed more development, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I also like whenever he's on SNL, I always find him entertaining. But just like his innocence and goofiness, like, would you like breadsticks? Just stuff like that. One of the minor characters that I enjoyed for different reasons was when he went to play in the public course in the beginning. One of the guys in that group was Martin Herlihy from Please Don't Destroy on Saturday Night Live, who is the son of Tim Herlihy, longtime SNL writer, who is also the subject of the Herlihy Boys sketches that Sandler used to do on SNL. Like it would be Sandler as Tim Herlihy and Farley as the hype man, and it would be like Herlihy's dog sitting service, like the Herlihy boy, and he'd be like, "Please let me watch your dog." It was like,
I don't remember any of this.
yeah. It's funny. He's just like goofy. Sandler's just goofy with a dumb smile. He's like, "I'd be really good to your dog. Let me watch your dog."
And everything.
Yeah. But then they shift the camera to Farley and like, "For the love of God, let the boy watch your dog." So, but yeah, and his dad was in the movie too. So it was like a really cool circular thing.
You reminded me of Kevin Nealon.
Yes.
Round, circular. Like
Johan's popping in. He completely agrees. I love the fact that Sandler always gets his friends and family involved in his projects. We appear to be split on this. And I think
I love the idea. I love the concept. I love the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
But like with temperament.
Okay, fair enough. There were a bunch of pro wrestlers in this movie. 3, but only 2 made it on screen. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, he plays the oldest Gilmore boy, and Becky Lynch plays one of the evil golfers. Let's talk about MJF first. He is the oldest son, right there in the middle. Ray, I know obviously you and I are totally familiar with MJF's AEW work. What did you think of him as an actor in this movie?
I thought he was good. I mean, I love that they also found a way to make him sing because he loves to do that.
He does.
At the end. But I think that I feel like there's just so many characters in this that nobody got proper development. And I think I would have liked to have seen more from all the kids, except for maybe the daughter. But like, I thought he was good. I thought in the scenes that he was in, I thought he was good, and he did what he could with the little that was given to him. I don't think he didn't steal a scene like Marcelo did, but I feel like he was good.
Right. I agree with that. He didn't have a lot of material to work with, but the lines he did had, he delivered them well. It felt natural. And he was kind of like, this lovable doofus, which if you're familiar with his wrestling character is the polar opposite of what he does for AEW, where he's just
like in the pink shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. His wrestling character is like an arrogant prick.
Yeah.
And in this, he's kind of like, he's a nice, good old boy. Like you could see him hanging out with like Will Hunting and
lovable oaf.
Yeah. So Mac, what did you think of MJF? I don't think you're familiar with him.
I was not familiar, and I don't follow the wrestling stuff, but doesn't surprise me. He's the most yoked of everybody in the shot here. But yeah, I thought like he did a good job of, in my opinion, being the beefcake of the older of the siblings,
Absolutely. So
I don't know who else you would have cast to be like the muscle bound like older brother.
Zac Efron too old now?
I think
I think so. Too good looking also.
That's true.
And I don't know which kid on the right or left here is the one that I thought was the younger one now, seeing this image. I think it was the one on the left. I
think that would be right. It looks that way to me.
Anyways.
And then we have Becky Lynch, who plays the evil redheaded golfer.
With Reggie Bush there, by the way.
Yes. Yes. That was a crazy call. I think Nikki Bella was supposed to be an evil golfer as well, and she got totally cut from the movie. She's listed as Medusa, which sounds like she would belong in this group, but almost in the same way that Max had limited material but did well with it, I feel the opposite for Becky. Like she didn't have a lot to work with, and
utterly forgettable character.
Absolutely. Like she did nothing.
If you didn't tell, I'm 12 years old. If you didn't tell me that she was somebody, I wouldn't have known any better.
Yeah. It felt like she was in the movie for 30 seconds. Like, and I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but it just, she was there. I don't know if she was necessarily bad, but she wasn't necessarily good. Like,
yeah, she just didn't make any kind of an impression, which is weird because I think she's so good in WWE. I think she's been one of the best people on the roster, man or woman, for the last 10 years that they've had. And I was kind of disappointed because I was rooting for her. I was expecting more from her, and I just didn't get it. I was like, come on, Bex. Like I thought you were better than that. So we touched on this. Johan brought it up also, but Adam Sandler gets a lot of heat for his Netflix projects, saying that he's just doing money grabs to hang out with his friends and family. And
wouldn't you though?
Exactly.
I wish I was friends with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, like I was like, hey, can you just put on a monkey suit and show up for 15 minutes? Like, yeah, why not, dude? Any day.
If a streaming service gave me millions of dollars to make movies, both of you would be in every one of those movies.
I'd have my own monkey suit for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
so
a diamond-studded monkey suit.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the end game.
So Johan mentioned this. So many well-known people, but it's always difficult to keep track of them all. Yes, especially when there's 300 characters in this movie.
Yeah.
It felt like it's almost like a Marvel movie where there's like every superhero you can imagine is brought back to be in the movie, but like they did a better job of like buttering that bread evenly than like Sandler did with like just slamming everybody in this thing.
Yeah.
But guys, I wanted to see what you thought of this, and it's not a one-to-one compare. It's a little bit apples and oranges, but obviously Sandler's had this Netflix deal for a long time. He's making these kinds of movies with people he likes, and
Hoobie Halloween.
Yeah, well, and the comparison I wanted to make, which is a newer deal, but Seth Rogen's deal with Apple TV, where he does a Platonic season 2 just came out. He did that weird movie with the pickles where his ancestor was like pickled and came to the modern world.
Sausage Party?
No, not animated. It's I
know he plays like an old Jewish man who somehow is teleported to.
He's always an old Jewish man.
Yeah,
it's called An American Pickle. Wow, I did not remember that.
I do remember that now.
Movie.
Yeah. So that wasn't the best, but he does interesting projects with people he likes.
It all ends up in these troops, right? It's all them, and like there always becomes like the front runner of the group who's like, I'm the one who's gonna keep making and producing movies, and and every one of us would do it with our groups of friends too. Like the moment one of us finds like real success and able to do that, you loop in those closest to you and try and make everybody's dream come true.
But for Sandler's current deal, he hasn't had anything the quality of, let's say, like The Studio or even Platonic, which I loved the first season. I don't know that many people watched it. But it made me want to kick down, those rental e-scooters whenever I saw them. I may or may not do that. But yeah, let's just keep that to ourselves. But yeah, I mean, is that even a fair comparison to you? I mean, what do you think of that, Ray?
I mean, the thing is like, yeah, I mean, it'd be a lot more forgivable if the stuff that he made wasn't so bad. Like, and if you could like literally point to the fact that he fit, it's not even that he puts a few of his friends in, it's that he put 50 of his friends into the film. And you could literally point to that being one of the biggest detracting things for this film, Happy Gilmore 2, because it's
too much to keep track of.
Right. You've taken away from the story. You still got to tell a good story at some point.
And the good thing about a cameo, though, too, is like the anticipation that builds up to it. Like, like when it's like just one really fucking good cameo versus 50 that you kind of expect. It's a different beast, Yeah. A good cameo that you're not expecting is like such a home run versus like just getting all the bases loaded up.
Johan says Sandler has done it for a while, though, even before Netflix. Yeah, this is true, but it almost seems like he's taking it to another level now that he has the deal, and no one's going to stop him now. It's almost like the South
retroactively go back and answer another. I like Steve Buscemi coming back as his character in this one, whatever the character was in this one.
Yeah, the neighbor that pees in the
The
mailbox.
creep neighbor.
the bad neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked his new part in this one as a bit player.
I mean, I just love that guy. He's a national treasure
Mhm.
and also a volunteer fireman who
New York
helped out in
fireman.
9/11. Yeah. Totally forgot to flash these screens. Here is Bad Bunny as his new caddy. I love that they had the old caddy in. He's like, "Wow, that's your name, Will?"
Yeah. I did
That guy
appreciate that
looked
he's now a
nothing
golfer.
like what you thought based on the bleach blonde hair and all that.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You thought he'd be a little bit more punk rock and not like clean cut golf pro.
And then we have Uncle John Daly.
Yeah.
I love how they said his full name every time.
Yes.
It's like, hey, don't let John Daly sleep in my bed. If he does, no M&Ms.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys get it? This is what I picture like Cal Blevins looking like in 20 years. Is that bad?
What do you mean 20 years?
He's not totally gray yet.
Not great. Nah, but he's always had like the salt. He's the salt and pepper version of this.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Tal's in better shape than
Yeah, I still owe Tal a trip out to go eat at his restaurant. At some point.
Man, let me know if you ever do that. I'll go with you.
I absolutely I'm gonna plan a trip. Just go do that.
Yeah, and I want to go with a white person because I don't want to go to Greensboro by myself.
I'm as white as it gets, man. Like so.
We're like, hey, I carry his bags. Just like,
walk 10 feet behind me, no eye contact.
But yeah, our friend Tal, who was the editor-in-chief of IGN for a really long time, he has a lovely award-winning restaurant in Greensboro, North Kakalaki, and we are overdue to go visit. Johan says he always looks for Rob Schneider.
He was in it, and it was just like every time I see him now, I'm just kind of like at the icks.
Yeah, same. I can't stomach him, even though he's part Filipino. I should support him, but fuck that guy. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I think even Adam realized it, and that's why he was like, "You're in for 3 seconds as a cowboy on a tricycle in a dream sequence, and that's it." Like,
They had
literally ride across the screen, and you're gone.
They had a falling out, and I didn't know they made amends. Yeah. But I guess when you've known someone as long as they've known each other, that I guess.
Well, and especially when and not to get morbid, but like so many of people, like half their SNL class is dead.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it kind of just you're more willing to bury. Yeah, you're more willing to bury grudges. I think when stuff like that happens. So.
Yeah, that is very true. Now, there are rumors of sequels to Sandler's other movies in the pipe, and obviously he can do it whenever.
The Waterman.
Yes. I mean, what sequel would you like to see, and how does that movie play out in your head, Mac?
I'd like to see The Waterman.
Waterman.
I think that'd be a good one. What was the other? Like, William Madison would be interesting to do something like that.
Big Granddaddy.
He's taking over the hotel, and the hotel's doing fantastic or something. I don't know. Like, there's lots of fun story angles to like explore with any of these if done right.
Which one would you pick out of any of them, or which one would you even not want to see?
Probably Billy Madison. I think there's more fun to be had, and just going back to school again.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I almost don't want to see Billy Madison because it will remind me that Norm Macdonald is dead, and it'll bum me out that he can't reprise that role. So, how about you, Ray? Which
what day is it? October?
Yeah.
I didn't even think of Billy Madison like as like, but now that you mention it, like almost like a back to school feel, like with Rodney Dangerfield.
I was just gonna say that too. That's funny.
Like that would actually be pretty cool. But I would probably go Waterboy, but now he's kind of taken over as the old football coach now. But the team stinks, but the most well hydrated team in college football, right? And it's just that they're focusing or all their plays are literally named after like coolers, and like it's like Cooler 74, like Gatorade 322, like or whatever. Like I don't know, like, and it just. You could have a lot of fun with that, I think, where you have Bobby Boucher as the football coach. And he discovers Waterboy.
Got to bring Kathy Bates back.
Yep.
Yeah, just like Is Henry Winkler alive? I feel bad for
Yes,
Henry Winkler
yes.
is alive.
He's very much
Okay.
alive.
In that great TV show with Bill Hader called
Barry.
Barry, which is fantastic. If you didn't watch Barry, watch Barry.
So here's my Henry Winkler story. I actually sat next to him on a flight from LA to New York.
Oh, nice.
And then I remember one of our friends from the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences was telling me that he's like super into gourmet chocolate. So I'm like, I started talking to him about chocolate. And then
Did you tell him gourmet chocolate was your prison nickname?
no, then the fucking Fonz wouldn't stop talking about chocolate for 2 hours. And I'm like, God damn it, I have to talk about chocolate. But he was super sweet and super nice. But I just wish we talked about other things that were not chocolate. I learned a lot about chocolate, and I don't know. I've never gotten into those like high quality dark chocolates with like a high cacao percentage. Like I'm a basic.
I don't even know how to say that
chocolate
word without
bitch.
sounding like I'm trying to talk about a porno.
Cacao. So here's an interesting pick. Johan would like to see The Longest Yard.
That was a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah.
But that's interesting.
Well, that's because it was a remake of a
With
Burt
Reynolds,
Reynolds.
right?
Yeah. Has there ever been a sequel to a remake? I don't know. I
Sequel
can't
to a
think.
remake.
Yeah.
Like the remake relaunched the franchise. That's interesting. I never
don't
thought of
know.
that either.
You know
Yeah.
what? The first movie that pops in my head was that I would watch if there was a sequel to a remake. Would be Land of the Lost 2.
Yeah. Just more about McBride though.
Yeah, all
McBride and
Danny
Cockrell.
McBride's character the whole
Yeah.
time.
I'm totally down for that. That would be great.
Yeah.
But that's almost not fair because that's like rebooting a TV show, whereas this was a straight Longest Yard was both movies. And I like The Longest Yard. I like both of them.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in The Longest Yard.
Yeah, racist Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes. No Shoes Nelly, the running back.
Yeah.
Who played Cheeseburger Eddie from what's his face from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? One of our favorite actors.
Oh, I can't think of his name right now. I'm blanking.
Terry Crews.
Yes.
Terry
Yes.
Crews. Yeah.
He's such a unique actor.
And
Ooh,
you had Burt Reynolds come back.
yes. Jumanji 2, Zach Morris. That's interesting. But we've had how many?
Haven't we had like three
Hey,
or
that's
four
real.
Jumanjis?
They did make him a Jumanji 2.
Yeah, they made two. Yeah, that's the answer to the sequel for the remake.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
That's it.
that's
That's
really
the one
good.
that actually happened in IRL.
So that's so on the ball, Zach Morris.
Yep.
Fantastic answer.
Well done.
Fantastic
Still
answer.
no Robin Williams. Still not that good.
No,
So Superman, I don't know if that counts. Does that count?
no.
I don't know, because comic books have weird rules where you kind of have to. They're not original stories; they're based on other properties, so you have to keep
Right.
rebooting them as the actors age out, and especially for guys that are on that tier, like Superman and Batman and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, great call, Zach Morris. Jumanji, that is fantastic. But yeah, I also wonder, like, it makes me wonder who's dead and who's alive. Like, obviously, Norm Macdonald and Billy Madison. You guys confirm for me that Henry Winkler's alive, so he can do the Waterman now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem, though, right? Like, I mean, these movies are now 30 years old, so
Yeah.
like, you know,
It's hard to like stomach that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, is Crazy Carl alive from Billy Madison?
Remember
Probably
Crazy
not.
Carl?
Yeah.
Does that laugh like a weasel?
And it's funny, the guy who plays when they have that debate contest, the moderator,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's
You're all
he's-
now stupider having listened
Yes.
to you. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
so that's Jim Downey. He was a longtime SNL writer from going as far back as season 2, if I'm not
Oh, wow.
mistaken. But he also was instrumental. He wrote a lot of the jokes. He actually wrote this joke with Norm Macdonald. So he wrote a lot of those weekend updates, Jim Downey.
Mm.
And that thing he said to Sandler, he actually said, he used to say that in the writer's room a lot. And we're like, thank you. We are all stupider for having. But yeah, that used to be thing he would say in the writer's room randomly.
But put that in like our lexicon, because like I've definitely said that to people about
Yeah.
writing.
And thank you, Jim Downey. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his, because that for me, those weekend updates with Norm were the best weekend updates ever. They were just the OG,
just the delivery. It's just his delivery of everything.
Yeah. And some of
he's still around.
Downey, yeah. It's funny because random tangent, because that's what we do. But when Norm died, Downey called Conan first, and he's like, "I can't believe you didn't tell me he was sick." But Conan didn't know, Downey didn't know. So yeah, apparently he kept it pretty tight.
From everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
like Pee Wee Herman and the dude who played Black Panther.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman
right until the very end.
Yep.
But I'm going to do a Norm joke just because I love Norm jokes. But it's just such a simple bit. He had like Rolling Stone came out with their hot top 10 college acts. Number 1, Better Than Ezra. Number 2, Ezra. It's silly,
such low hanging fruit humor, but it works.
Yeah,
it's all his delivery of it.
Exactly.
You
know? Yeah, and he'd do so many wacky things, like
in his face too. Like he had such a cover of like a Mad Magazine level face, and he hold that gaze and stare into the camera on the tail end of his dead joke. And then just bring it to life.
And he could win back the audience like that too. Like apparently in his early stand-up days before he really blew up, like if he killed, then he would just hang out with his openers. But if he bombed, he would go to the lobby and like shake hands with everyone as they were leaving, just to make it weird and awkward. And like, hey, thanks for coming. Hope you had a good time. And I think that's so outstanding.
That's funny.
So good. But so Mac, let's wrap up Happy Gilmore 2. Is this a movie you'll watch again or recommend?
I feel like after us talking about it, I might go back and give it a second go, only because I have too much time on my hands, right? Like not because I really want to go invest the time and watch it again. I think I might just get bored flipping around and just be like, fine, I'll watch it one more time and see if that second run through sparks any additional enjoyment. But I feel like I already know what I'm signing up for, and I'll have a good couple chuckles, and then I'll go to bed angry,
Ray, how about you?
No, I'm good. I've had enough of Happy Gilmore 2.
Ray is making the smart decision by not watching it again.
My time is precious. I have things to do. Anything else?
That's funny.
I think I could leave it on in the background.
Again, I get through a lot of shows and movies that way. Like I'll just turn it on, I'll start working, and I'll like look over and be like, oh, it's the credits. But like that's definitely a way to do it.
But I do think I will actively rewatch certain scenes that I like and then skip to something else. I don't know. So Zach Morris says, I felt like the entire movie was a cameo-filled flashback clip show in long form with a crazy, strange ending. You're not wrong at all. So that is a total legit thing. So, Johan says, I ended up watching the Ridiculous Six.
I watched that again too, just to get caught up on another old and like I actually like that movie, and I think tangent that movie. What's the dude's name that was in the Vampire versus Jacob?
He played the werewolf.
Yeah.
What's his face? That guy.
You'll know that guy. He plays the funniest. I'm just gonna go out and say he plays the funniest mentally handicapped character
you could say
I've seen in a good long while.
Taylor Lautner. That's the dude.
Taylor Lautner. Thank you very much. Who knew he had it in him? That he plays that role perfectly.
You want him to play mentally challenged people going forward? I don't know.
I mean, like talk about who set the bar? Leonardo DiCaprio, right? What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Or oh god, it's so horrible. But I'm thinking about this bit that Howard Stern did about that show Life Goes On.
Oh yeah, Corky.
He's like Corky's not an actor. He's just playing himself. I'm like, dude.
Fun fact: I used to have a soundbite from Corky, of him saying "You've got mail," and that was what happened every time I got an email. Was his voice coming on and yelling, "You got mail." I'm also a terrible human being. Just
Oh, that's so good, and I'm so glad you said it, and I'm not the one who did it because I think that's hilarious.
yeah, and I'm talking like I had that for years, like years and years when I was at Activision too. That sound clip would just go off in my office every time I got an email. People were like, "Turn it off."
Oh, here's a good one. I do want a new Sandler Barrymore
50
movie.
First Dates.
Yeah,
That's a
they
good
do
movie.
one every 10 years or so. They're due for one. 50 more first dates. I like
That was a great movie, by the way.
I like Blended. And I don't care who knows. That movie entertains me. Like Terry Crews, I think, is fantastic in that movie. And then they have that Bella Thorne, who's now apparently like an OnlyFans millionaire now.
Yep.
I think that movie is fun and cute. And you're right, we are overdue for another one of those movies. Zach Morris also had this one. I loved Norm as on Mike Tyson Mystery as Pigeon. That is such an underrated series. It is so hilarious and shockingly filthy at times. And Norm Macdonald delivers a lot of the filth. As we later learn that he was a man that was transformed into a pigeon through nefarious means.
Fun sidebar here. I did just start rewatching The Orville recently, and Norm Macdonald is the voice of the blonde.
Yes, that is a good one. Oh, guys, another question for you. We want to do another recasting episode. We had a few ideas for recasting Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future. Johan mentioned I'd watch another Grown Ups. Taylor Lautner also did well as one of the frat boys in Grown Ups too.
Yeah,
I thought he was funny in that. Has he done anything recently? I don't recall.
No, but one of my daughters had been back watching. What's the vampire show that they were in? What's it called? Twilight. They were watching the Twilight series, so I've now like that fresh in my memory too, which is a shame. I
binged those with a girl on her say so because for the longest time she's like, "You're my Jacob." I'm like, "Who the fuck is Jacob?" And then like, wait, so I'm that guy? Like I can't be like the main guy? Like
so fun fact, just as we brought it up earlier, but so the Lord of the Rings movie, I just started dating Michelle, who became my wife, but like I just started dating her. This was like a second or third date. And I was like, "Oh, we're gonna go see a movie." And she's like, "What's it about?" And I told her it was like, "Oh, it's like a love story, like the Lord of the Rings." Because I knew that she would never like. So we went in and watched the movie, and like unbeknownst to me, I didn't know we were going in for like a 3-hour tour. So we go in, and like I rewatched it the other day, and I was trying to put myself in her shoes, like, so this dude takes me to like a movie theater, like a 3-hour movie about wizards and like hobbits, and just like how much did she want to walk out of like that date?
But that's how you know. Surprise. Oh, here's an interesting suggestion: recasting Pulp Fiction.
Oh, interesting. That's a good one too.
That is a good one. Enough time.
I would recast everybody with Sam Jackson.
You know who was missing from Happy Gilmore too? Unless I missed it, Nick Swartzen.
No, he was there.
Who did he play?
He played the old timey golfer who had the shoe stuck up his ass.
Oh, that was him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I should have known that he can't leave out his friends.
Yep.
Great.
I have a great Swartzen story too.
Oh, go for it.
So years ago, we did like the Call of Duty experience, COD XP, like the first one. And so like all the different PR people, like myself, all got called back to come help out with some of the celebrities attending COD XP. So I wasn't even supposed to attend. I got called back, and they're like, "Hey, can you come hang out with Swartzen and just walk him around the show for the whole day?" And I was like, "Okay." So I do that, and literally it's just me hanging out with Nick Swartzen. We never met before. Super cool, down to earth guy. We got along great. And then, so flash forward a few years later, Michelle takes me to go see him, and we sit down like front row at like one of the comedy shows in San Diego. And he walks out on stage, and he goes, "I know this dude," and points right at me, and like totally like remembers me from that day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice. Really funny.
Very, very cool. I want to walk around with Nick Swartzen.
And then he does he kicks off his bit about how he's put on a little bit of weight now and has like a whole double chin. And he's like, points at me, and he's like, "This guy knows what I'm talking about." I was like, "Fuck."
You sat in the splash zone, brother.
I did. I was right within arm's reach, man. I was in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, I did that. My friend, who was a pro wrestler, Austin Aries, he did stand up for a little while, and I'd always have to sit in front when I watch his sets so he can make fat jokes that way. I'm like, yeah, I'll be a prop, whatever, dude.
Well, Ray, if you're ever doing anything like it looks like you're doing stuff locally, let me know, because I definitely want to. My wife and I have been trying to go see more comedy shows. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm hoping to make it out. I definitely want to see Ray perform, but I haven't been to LA in forever.
I want to go see Josh Blue. He's coming to perform. He's the guy who has I don't. It's not the I would say palsy, but it's not the right disease. If you look at he's one of the funniest comedians I've seen in a long time, though, and he's coming out like our way somewhere like before the end of the year.
I've been watching.
I know him. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Once you see him, you'd be like, I've seen him before.
I've been watching Josh Johnson's stuff this year, and I'm amazed by his output. Like just this year, I've watched at least 20 original sets from him, because it's always about current events, but he always wraps it around personal stories. And I'm just shocked by the output, as opposed to Bobby Lee, who I've been watching do like the same 30 minutes for
20 years,
25 years now. But allegedly he's writing new material. Last question, and then we're out of here. Speaking of comedy, have you guys seen Naked Gun? Zach Morris, that is actually next week's show.
Pam Anderson?
Yeah, Pam Anderson, who is apparently dating Qui-Gon's now.
So I don't know if you guys are privy to this, but way over here on K-Rock, the radio station, there's a clip of Leslie Nielsen saying Pam Anderson that they relentlessly used to like keep like playing all the time when they're doing their morning show bits and all that stuff. And it's really fun. So I find it like highly ironic that Liam Neeson, who took over as Frank Drebin, the son, ends up with Pam Anderson. It's such a strange irony in that capacity.
Or destiny.
Or destiny. Or literally the definition of the word's meant to be.
She's having a great year of acting. I thought The Last Showgirl, which came out last year, was a fantastic movie.
I didn't see that.
Highly recommended. I think it's streaming somewhere now. But yeah, guys, that's going to be a wrap for our Happy Gilmore 2 chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go to TrimbleBeach.com and check out Mac's products that he's working on. Go to Ray's Instagram. That is everywhere. Ray Carcillo, everywhere except Truth Social, except for later tonight when it will be on Truth Social. I'm not going to say who did that. And yeah, I hope you'll come join us next week, where we're going to talk about The Naked Gun. Super excited for that chat.
So I got to go see that now. Damn it.
Big fan of the movies. And we're also big fans of The Lonely Island, even though Akiva might be like our third favorite guy out of 3, but maybe this movie will elevate him. So thanks for watching RPadTV. See you next time.
Raymond,